All right, hello to you people that are doing the elimination method. Here again we've got a system of equations and it's got two variables, the u and the v. So our goal is to figure out which u and which v satisfy both equations, but we're going to use the method called elimination. Okay, so for this method what we want to do eventually is add two equations together, but when we do that we want one of the variables to disappear. Now in this case it's not ideal because neither the u nor the v are set up in such a way that when we add the equations together, like if we went like this, nothing's going to disappear. We're still going to have a u and a v at the end. So we've got to mess things around a little bit. So what we'll do is it's kind of like common denominators. We're going to look at we'll look at the u variable. We could use either u or v, but we'll look at the u. Here we've got 3 and here we've got a -2. Okay, so if you think about it, the lowest common multiple of those two numbers, lowest common multiple is going to be 6 or -6. So if we could make one of those numbers 6 and the other one -6, then when we add them, they'll disappear. So how do we do that now? Well, if we multiply the first equation by 2, that will make 2 times 3, that'll give us a 6. And if we multiply the second equation by 3, that will give us, the second equation will have a coefficient of -6 on the u. So that should do it. That's good. So how do we find this 2 and this 3? It's just basically whichever number, when you multiply by the 3, will give you the least common multiple, which is 6. Okay, but we can't just multiply the one thing. We have to multiply the entire equation by these numbers because we want to keep the equations to be balanced. Okay, so let's write this all out then. So I'll use, for the first equation, I'll use orange. So this is the first equation now. I'll just put a little arrow like that. So we have 6u plus 22v. And this is the part people always forget. Don't forget the equal sign, or the constant number as well. 2 times 4, that's 8. Okay, and the other one I'll use purple. Hope you don't mind my color matching here. So that's -6u, which is what we want. And 3 times -5, -15v, and 3 times 9, 27. Okay, so now we're ready. Now we've set it up in such a way that when we add these equations, you can see what's going to happen is those u's are going to vanish for us. That's what we want. Okay, 6u minus 6u is nothing. 22v minus 15v, that's going to leave us with 7v. And on the other side, we have 8 and -27. That's going to be negative... 8 plus 27. That's going to be positive 35. Sorry. Positive 35. Okay. And so therefore, we have v equals 5. Bingo. Halfway done our problem already. Now, how are we going to find u? We've got lots of options. Really, we want to just plug that back into one of the original equations. So either the first or the second. It doesn't matter which one. Let's just go with this first one. Okay, so we have 3u. That's the u we want to figure out. Plus 11 times the value for v that we already have. That's going to be this number right here. I'll just remove that arrow. So that's 11 times 5. And that equals 4. So no problem. Now we have one equation with one variable. We can solve it. 3u plus 55 equals 4. 3u equals, let's see, 4 subtract 55. That's -51. And yeah, I just did this same division, so I know that u equals -17. And so there's the other part of our answer. So we could basically just leave it like that. It's finished. We've got u equals -17, v equals 5. If you want to double check, think about some ways to double check. Use your calculator, verify the equations algebraically. But anyways, you basically got it. So can you please make sure you totally understand this method, because your job now is going to be to teach it to your partner. All right, good luck and enjoy.